You're listening to the How to Talk to Girls podcast with your dating coach, Trip, from tripadvice.com. Do you struggle with getting girls to like you? Well, you're going to learn step-by-step how to talk to girls to create deep connections and meet the woman of your dreams. Here's your host, me, Trip. Hello and welcome to the How to Talk to Girls podcast. I'm your host, Trip Kramer from tripadvice.com. And on today's episode, we're going to go back to a little bit of the basics. I like to switch it up a little bit. I know we have a lot of different listeners who are listening to the podcast. And, sometimes we're talking about really deeper stuff like we have in the past couple episodes. Sometimes we go to nice basics and just to give people a refresher because I know people are listening every single week. So that's what we're doing here today. And we're going to be talking about what to say when approaching a girl for the first time. And I have an opener that I want to share with you today. It's one that I haven't actually talked about, I don't believe, in any of my podcasts, and one that I think is really powerful, really confident, and you're really going to like it. Now, before I give it to you, I have to tell you this is very important when it comes to openers. Don't focus too much on that. Don't focus too much on what the best opener is. I'm going to give you one today. You can use it. You can pick another one. But pick one opener and just go with it. Because at the end of the day, when a woman is going on a date with you, when she's having sex with you, when she's with you, she's not going to be paying attention to what you first said to start conversation because she doesn't even remember it. Okay? She doesn't even remember it. What she remembers is the way that she felt when she was with you in conversation, which is what got her in bed with you or on a date in that moment. So don't focus too much on the opener, but I know that that's trouble for you because I know you see a girl, you're really nervous, you don't know what to say, and that stops you. So I want to have, just a little tool you can put in your tool belt for that one time when you see a girl. And this is the best opener. I know I'm going to build this up really big, but really it's so good because it works in every scenario. It works at the grocery store, it works at networking events, it works at a bar. This is, by the way, I should say, this is approaching a girl. So this is not something that's necessarily good for online. Online is a whole different game. But we're talking about seeing a girl in person. In any case, all right, here it is. I don't want to build it up too much. The opener is, hi, I'm, and then your name. That's it. Hi, I'm, and then your name. And I know that sounds so simple, and you're like, oh, God, no. I wanted something more clever, more funny, something that makes conversation easy to start. Like, what? No, what is this? But really, it's a pretty mind-blowing opener. And I don't want to build it up too much, but it really is. Why? Because it's so confident. It's so confident. You're just going right up to a girl and saying, hi, I'm Trip. Hi, I'm Steve. Hi, I'm Alan. Whatever your name is, that's what you're going to do. Hi, I'm Trip. That's it. And you do it with a big smile. I want you to roll your shoulders back so you're standing real nice and tall. But keep your shoulders down a little bit so you are relaxed. And that's what you're going to say to her. Hi, I'm Trip. I mean, really picture this for a second. Really picture it. You're at the grocery store. You see the girl and you're like, what do I say? What do I say? Just go up to her and introduce yourself. Okay? This is more of a direct approach. Now, you might be thinking, Trip, wonderful, I can do that, but what's my follow-up line? Well, it just all depends on what situation you're in, but I don't want you to think too hard about what that may be. Again, just go up to her and say, hi, I'm Name. You see you go to the grocery store, just say, hi, I'm Name. Hi, I'm Trip. What's up? What are you shopping for today? Or I just wanted to meet you. I had to come over and meet you. Now, of course, this could still get you rejected. I think really that this is one of the better types of openers to do in a social environment. Okay, now again, not saying don't do it at a grocery store, don't do it on the sidewalk. Totally cool to do that. I think it's great to do that. I also think it works really well, though, in a bar scenario because people are meant to be social. And you're just saying, hey, what's up? Hi, you're introducing yourself. It's so confident. It's so bold. A girl will be almost already partially attracted to you because you're so bold to do that. And by the way, when you do it, don't do it really scared and try not to do it from behind and don't say it in a way where she's not going to be able to hear you, where all of a sudden you're at a bar and she's like, what'd you say? Like, what? No, I want you to go in there determined for her to hear everything you're saying, to do it with as much emphasis as possible. Okay, as much emphasis as possible. Going up to her Whether that's going to be tapping her on the shoulder, whatever you need to do to get her attention, looking her right dead in the eye and saying, "Hi, I'm," and then your name. Powerful stuff. Sometimes the most simple things you could do, really in anything in life, but I know we're talking right now about dating, but sometimes a simple thing you can do is the most powerful. And this is timeless. So I want you to use this when you're completely dead in the water, like I don't know what to say. And again, I know you're probably struggling with, well, what do I say next? I want you to go up and just see what happens. I know that sounds crazy, and I'm putting you in a very scary scenario, but that's where growth comes from. Growth comes from pain. So I want you to go up and not even have that second line in the back of your head. Don't give yourself too much prep. I want you to see what naturally comes out when you go up to a girl and say that. What is the natural thing that comes out? Because you're going to say something. Okay, so you'll say something. It might not be the most smooth thing, or maybe it's going to be still kind of boring, or it might be simple, but just see what comes out. Do it as an experiment. You see a girl you're attracted, go up. You know what to say, right? So you don't need to think about it. It's just like, boom, right there. 3-second rule. 1, 2, 3. You're there. You're in front of her. There's no excuses, no approach anxiety. Hi, I'm whatever. And she's going to say hi. And then see what comes out. Probably it's going to be a combination of what are you up to today, or what's that drink in your hand, or what's your name, right? And if she's saying hi and she introduces herself, boom, you're already in a good position. I want you to try this. I want you to try this. I want you to see how well this could work for you. So god awfully simple. And I bet you if you do this, let's just say 10 times. 10 times in one day or in one night when you're going out, I bet you more times than not this is going to easily get you into conversation. Okay? And if you want to learn more about conversation, scroll through. I got a bunch of different podcast episodes that go deep into conversation, but I didn't want to go into that today. I just wanted to give you a really good opener. And I know guys like you are probably looking for multiple openers because you're looking for the perfect one. I honestly think this is the perfect one. If someone were to say, what's your favorite pickup line? What's the best thing to do to start conversation? Just go up and introduce yourself. It's so honest, it's so raw, it's so real. There's no BS. And a girl's going to like that. She's just going to love being like, whoa, here's the presence of a guy, a man, right? The presence of a man, because that's what really gets her. Is like, wow, I'm in the presence of this man who's taking control of his life. This is what I call dominance. Dominance is one of the factors that I talk about in my program called Hooked. If you don't have that, you better go get it at getherhooked.com. Go check that out. You go to that website, you're going to learn all about my program Hooked that talks about dominance and goes deeper into dominance. But I'll tell you a little bit about what that is now. Dominance is taking control of the situation and following through. So one of the first parts of dominance is going to be starting the process, right? If you're just sitting there in the corner seeing a hot girl, you're not doing anything, obviously you're not being dominant because you're not taking control of the situation because you're not doing anything. But you see a girl, you go up to her and you say, hi, I'm Trip. And you smile at her and you look her right in the eyes. She's going to be scared. And I mean scared in a good way. Like, whoa, like who is this guy? Like nervous because there's such presence in front of her. And I don't care if you're skinny or you're short or you're bald. It doesn't matter what you look like. Presence doesn't come necessarily from looks. Obviously, if Arnold Schwarzenegger is in the room, he's going to have more presence. The guy doesn't have to say anything. But you as a guy, whatever body shape you're in, going up to a girl with that determination, with that line being clear, being simple, being direct, being to the point. This is masculine energy. You're taking masculine energy, you're throwing it right in her face, and she's loving it. Hi, I'm Trip. Who are you? That's a good follow-up too. Who are you? And she'll introduce herself. And then you can get conversation going. What a bold, lovely line. Lovely. It's a lovely line. I know it's not a very masculine word to describe it, but that's the only way I can think of it. It's lovely. Oh man, I crack myself up. Yeah, dominance. This is huge. Now, dominance is also, like I said, following through. So you go to a girl, you introduce yourself, and you run away. It's not too dominant. Following through is going through the whole process, sitting there, sitting in the uncomfortableness, and going through the motions in the process. Going through the pain, because that's, again, where growth comes from. Growth comes from pain. You might know this by now because maybe you've had a hard time in your life. Maybe you've struggled learning something. You've been outside of your comfort zone. You're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable in a situation. Yeah, it sucks. It does. It totally sucks. It sucks to go up to a girl and have to start the conversation. It's scary. It sucks because it's scary, but we don't have a choice. We don't have a choice because you're not going to sit there and let her do it. Dominance is not a feminine trait. So a girl is not really apt to be going up to a guy and starting a conversation. Yes, some do, but most are waiting for you. Not because they're lazy, not because they want the guy to do all the work. They just want to feel masculinity, right? Just like you see the girl, she's doing her work. You see the girl over there in the corner. Why are you attracted to her? Like, really think about, there's a girl you're approaching and you're going to use this line, "Hi, I'm," in your name. There's a reason, because she's pretty. But I want to go deeper into that concept. She's attractive because she's showing feminine characteristics. She's showing characteristics of fertility. This is going into evolutionary biology. Signs of femininity and fertility are going to be the way in which she looks. This is how guys start the attraction process, right? You don't look at a girl and say, "She looks nice." Of course, you'd probably like her to be nice, but that's not why you're going over there. You're going over there because she's beautiful. She's showing feminine attributes, whatever they are. Her breasts, her legs, her waist to hip ratio, her lips, her face, her long hair. Whatever it is you're into, that's femininity. So she's doing her job. Because if you think about it, that girl that you want to approach, for every girl you want to approach, there's about 20 that you don't approach. Why? Because they're not your type and they're not displaying their femininity. A girl with a baggy hoodie and baggy pants kind of walking down the street, she's not going to be as approachable or eye-catching as maybe a girl who's going to be in a short skirt showing off her skin. Again, this is you checking for feminine traits. Okay, so my point here is that she's doing her job, her femininity is in place, and one of the feminine traits is to receive. Okay, that's a feminine trait, to receive. And that happens in sex, and that happens in the courting process. And a masculine trait on the other end is to penetrate. So you're penetrating her, not literally, but metaphorically. You're going over there, you're penetrating the conversation, and she's going to receive. That's how courtship works. That's how attraction works. This is called polarity. Again, this is something I do a huge deep dive in for you to understand and then implement easily in my program Hooked at getherhooked.com. So if you want to take this stuff to the next level, I'm always preaching to get that. Get that program, because that's going to help you. That's going to take all of these podcast episodes and put it together in a nice, clear, concise program that you can go step by step to learn what it is that women are attracted to and how you can become that guy, and how to step by step do those processes so you know exactly what to do and how to be that attractive guy that she actually wants, and not only wants but gets hooked to. That's why it's called getherhooked.com. So I hope this gave a little bit of an understanding here of the masculine and the feminine, what it means to be dominant. And yeah, we went deep. It's not just about the line. There's deeper things happening here. But let me figure that out for you. Let me do the work for you and give you the line and help you out so you can put it in your tool belt and then understand how to do it, why it works, and how to get success in this area. So there you go. That's today's episode. Hope that helps. Don't forget to go to getherhooked.com and we will talk on the next episode. Use that line. Make it work for you. Peace.